Hey guys, today we've got a pretty sweet lineup for you. First off, we've got our cold steel Cutlass machete test. Second of all, which would work better in the zombie apocalypse? A bike or a car? And then third, how do you properly hold a pistol? The Zombie Go Boom Report starts now. Welcome to the Zombie Go Boom Report, the show that takes you behind the scenes and showcases some of your favorite videos. I'm your host, Francis Wilson. Now, as most of you probably already know, we went out to LA recently to hang out with the CEO of Cold Steel, Lynn Thompson. There's a lot of unreleased footage from that trip, and I'm sure most of you guys are super excited to see what we have. And so today, we're going to be showing you the Cutlass machete. So let's check it out.
Alright guys, we've seen some things go slice, we've seen things go boom. Now we're going to test out a brand new weapon that Cold Steel and Lynn Thompson are working on. It's the Cutlass machete.
We've got a plethora of weapons that can deal with the zombie herd. One of the ones that I picked out for quick manipulation is our new Cutlass machete. This has got a good weight forward balance. There's the balance point, so you got a lot of weight in the blade. It's got a D-ring guard with steel all the way through it. There's other machetes out here that have this D-ring to protect your hand, but ours has got steel all the way through there, and the other ones don't. So you can actually use this defensively, so it's overmolded with the plastic, but it's got steel all the way around. And that costs more money to make the machete, but I love your fingers, I love your hands, and I won't make something that I know that isn't made correctly and isn't made for maximum strength and durability. So as zombies get too close, you can punch them and you can hammer them off you, but you also got a lot of cutting power. You split skulls and cut heads off with it. When you have a big edge like this, if your friends are being grabbed, you can dismember arms and free them very quickly with it. And it's light enough that your arm isn't going to tire. So that's important when you're facing 300 and 400 zombies at once. I'm going to cut this thing pretty darn hard.
Let's do it. Can't wait to see this. Oh, it's just a dance of carnage and the macabre. Check this thing out.
You can see the big slash that put in the table here as well. That's that fresh cut right there. Went all the way through here. You can see where it hit. All the way through. It's a bone, gelatin, blood, brains, everything.
And the thing just feels so good in my hands. It's incredibly lightweight, and again, as Lynn was saying, I mean, they really did spare no expense. These things are made to the utmost quality. It makes no sense why a cold steel piece would not be in your arsenal whenever the apocalypse hits.
Whoa, that was awesome. Next up, we have our friend Tyler from ZMZ Reloaded telling us the difference between having a bike and a car in the zombie apocalypse. There's definitely a clear winner, so check it out.
What's up everyone, my name is Tyler Barger from ZMZ Reloaded, my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel I make zombie survival guide videos, which is what this is. So we have all seen this argument before, whether it was on a zombie survival blog or you were in it yourself. What is better, a car or a bicycle? Obviously this is a very important question because you want to have some means of transportation that's more efficient and faster than just walking. But before we make our judgment right off the bat, we have to look at the pros and cons of both sides to make an accurately analyzed assumption by using common sense and logic. So let's start with the pros of a bicycle. So an obvious great feature of a bicycle is it requires no fuel. This allows you to go as long as you can. Another pro of a bike is that it's small and compact, meaning that it can maneuver in between things rather easily, like cars on a highway or on an off-road trail. And let's not forget that bikes are very quiet, which means it won't attract a lot of attention, whether it's by zombies or other survivors. Oh, and it's terrain friendly. But believe it or not, there is some cons to a bike, like being completely exposed. You leave yourself open to be grabbed, shot, and even affected by the weather or environments. Not only that, but you have little to no storage room. Sure, you can attach baskets, but is that really enough? And what if there's other survivors survivors in your group, where are they going to sit? And on top of all those cons, it might not require fuel, but it requires energy. And energy is extremely precious, and you will always need more of it. But let's stop dissing on bikes and move on to the car. The pros of a car is that it can travel long distances in a short amount of time. It also has a lot of storage space to put your food, water, weapons, and other survivors. Let's not also forget that a car provides a roof over your head and a barrier between you and the zombies. And best of all, you're not using any of your energy while driving a car, meaning you can save it for something else. But of course, there's cons to every good thing, like the fact that it requires fuel to run. It can also draw attention to yourself, whether it's by you driving or Reddit just sees you and is like, damn, I want that car. And last but not least, it's not very terrain friendly, meaning you can't take it wherever you want to go. And there we have the pros and cons of both, so which one wins? Well, the winner is a car. Hey, come on, let's think about this for a second. A car can get a farther distance in a shorter amount of time, go a lot faster than a bike, gives you a pretty decent amount of protection, lets you bring more things with you, and the fact that I'm not wasting any energy is a huge plus. Because for some reason, if I have to get out, I have full energy and can run away or do whatever else I want. Now I know, some of you are saying, but it requires fuel. That's why there's such a thing as siphoning. Let's use common sense here. Every car is not going to be missing in fuel. Siphon about 6 cars and you got a full tank. But what about the fact that it makes a lot of noise? Really? I'm not driving a motorcycle or a redneck pickup truck. I'm talking about your standard car. And let's be honest, not over dramatize it, it's not that loud. Well, what about the fact that it can't maneuver in all types of terrain? I'll admit, that's a flaw in a car. But avoiding the highways and taking the back streets is a good way to get around that. But if you guys are so persistent in bringing a bike with you and saying that's so much better than a car, then how about this? Let's take the bike with us in the car. The back seat, the trunk, the roof, I don't care. Because of that extra storage space, you can bring stuff like that. So there, now your argument is pretty much pointless now. But in the end, we all know zombies don't exist. But preparing for the zombie apocalypse is just like preparing for any disaster. Whether it's a hurricane or some type of epidemic disease, it just makes it a little bit more fun and interesting to talk about. So if you want, you can go to my channel, ZMZ Reloaded, if you want to watch more zombie survival guides. But my name is Tyler Bargerhuff, and you're one step closer to surviving the zombie apocalypse. See you later.
It's a pretty big topic of controversy. What do you think? Write it in the comments below and we'll check it out. Next up, we have Casey from Zombie Survival Aptitude Test, or ZSAT, as you will. And he'll be talking to us today about the proper way to hold a pistol while you're under attack. It's super important because you don't want to end up shooting yourself in the foot. So, let's go.
Hello everybody, this is Casey Bassett, author of the Zombie Survival Aptitude Test, and I'm working today with my friends from Zombie Go Boom to help teach you how to survive a zombie outbreak. But the most important thing that I try to convey in my book is to be prepared. There's nothing worse than waking up the day of the zombie apocalypse and realizing that you don't have a plan. You must be proactive when it comes to zombie survival situations and not reactive. You need to know where to go, what to take, what's the best kind of weapons, what's the fastest way to travel. And my friends over at Zombie Go Boom have asked me to go through a couple different questions in the book and to let you take time to answer them. The first question I want to ask is 111, which is, when using a loaded firearm, what is the most important thing to remember? A. Always keep the firearm aimed at the ground at all times. B. Keep the safety on at all times, even when there are zombies in the area. C. Keep your firearm aimed at eye level at all time. Or D. Keep your finger off the trigger and on the trigger guard until you're ready to shoot. Now you can take some time to pause this video and think about the question if you like. Okay, well the answer to that question is D. Keep your finger off the trigger and on the trigger guard until you're ready to shoot. Now this makes sense because even though there's a zombie apocalypse, it doesn't mean that gun safety goes out the window. The Zombie Survival Aptitude Test is a complete, full test, and that is exactly what you need in order to evaluate your chances of surviving a zombie outbreak. The 10 or 20 point quizzes that you take online aren't helping anybody because they give you a false sense of accomplishment which isn't going to help you in a real zombie outbreak. Now that's all the questions I have for you today with the Zombie Survival Aptitude Test. Let's go back to our team, Zombie Go Boom.
Well, this has been another episode of the Zombie Go Boom Report. I'm your host, Francis Wilson. If you guys are wondering what's up next for Zombie Go Boom, be sure to check us out this Sunday, and here's a sneak peek.
sleep in your car again during the apocalypse. What do you have at your disposal? Jesus. Zombie Go Boom starts now.